following that video, I kind of feel I should be in my grass skirt playing my ukulele while I talk about the putting beneficiaries at the heart of funding booklet that we came up with. We'll probably be putting a link up to it sometime soon, but it is on our website. The booklet is part of our people-based co-production approach that we've tried to embed in the trust since the start. Yes, there is a little bit of a difficulty with the term beneficiaries. You might not like that, and we can understand why. But I think what we mean by beneficiaries are quite simply, it's the people that we work for, and we've tried to make them the people that we work with. So if you don't like the term beneficiaries, we totally understand that. But I hope you know who we mean when we're talking about this. So the booklet is basically, it's about our journey and the funding journey. It's not about how amazing we are, because we've made lots of mistakes. And it's certainly not about telling you what to do. But hopefully when you read through it, you'll be able to see, basically to gather some of our experience over the last 9 years. And that goes for if you're a funder and also if you're another type of community organization, because more and more funders are asking applicants to show how they involve people in their projects at all stages. So this is not just for funders. And certainly sort of picking up on the point that Alex made in the chat as well, that relationship-based funding is very rewarding. Over the last 9 years, there are a lot of things that have worked well, and some things have not worked well. Lots of mistakes, lots of uncertainty, lots of risk, especially for me, but it is definitely well worth it. So when you read through the booklet, you'll be able to see that we have put down 5 key touchstones. Again, these are primarily for funders, but not exclusively for funders. They can apply to everybody. So the 5 key touchstones for us are: number 1, invest in positive relationships. 2, stay focused on shared values. 3 is be comfortable with uncertainty. 4, and this is definitely one for the funders, transfer real power to people. And 5 is be ambitious for and with people. And the bulk of the booklet then has a section in it with a fantastic title: The Who, What, When, Where and How of Putting Beneficiaries First. And that is very much based on our experience over the last 9 years of trying to involve people at every possible stage, not just bringing them in for some assessment, not just bringing them in to ask them to tell their life story. It's actually bringing them in and trying to involve people at every single stage and working together. So the 5 key stages that we've identified are, based on our experience, setting and refreshing our funding strategy. So we had people living with dementia, unpaid carers of people with dementia, and young people with care experience right at the start, helping us develop our strategy. Designing, developing, and delivering funding initiatives. And so what we do as a funder and what we are encouraging other people to do. Assessment of funding applications and funding decisions, which is something that more funders are experimenting with and trying to do. So there's lots of information, lots of examples in there of what we have done. Taking part in evaluation, identifying learning, and defining impact. So again, it's not just once the decisions have been made about who's getting funded, there's always a place for bringing beneficiaries in as part of the evaluation to try and find out what has worked well and what hasn't. And finally, communicating learning and impact. This is not always about life stories. Some people don't want to tell their life stories, but it's involving people in ways in which they're comfortable, and really sort of celebrating sort of the good work that has been done. So very quickly, that was a bit of a sort of a very quick run through the booklet. I hope it is useful. I would probably say just a couple of closing comments from me, from my 5 years at the Trust, that when we use the term beneficiaries, in my experience, they are bringing their skills, knowledge, and experience as individual people. They are not just representatives of a particular condition or a particular experience. They're not representing anything other than themselves. And that's a key thing that I've learned. And really, through all the panels and all the conversations and all the fantastic moments and the difficult moments, I would just probably want to say a massive thank you to all of the people that we've worked with over the years, whether we paid them or whether they were voluntary roles, because they've certainly made the Trust a better organization. And to be honest, they've made us better people as well. So thank you very much for listening to me. And I think that's probably a good point to hand back to Claire. Thanks very much.